Welcome back to the Roommate Rundown. This is episode 5. I'm Daniel Stewart along with Brayden Carpenter. And Brayden, let's get right into it.
Yeah, so per usual, we're going to go over some scores really quick. Here are some college basketball scores from this past Saturday. We have number 16 Wisconsin beating number 7 Purdue 94-84. It's a shocker. And then next we got number 6 Houston beating number 13 Arizona 62-58. And then the highlight game.
Yeah, 1 versus 2.
Yeah, 1 versus 2. Auburn beating Alabama 94-85. And then we got Mississippi State beating Ole Miss 81-71. We have number 15 Kentucky losing to unranked Texas 78-82. And then we also have number 17 Kansas losing to unranked Utah 67-74. Stu, anything stick out there?
Yeah, I talked last week about the Auburn-Alabama game.
Yeah.
Auburn kind of controls most of the game. Bama gets back in it with a 10-0 run, and then it's Auburn hitting big shots.
Yeah.
What's new?
That was an electric game.
Yeah,
that was very
awesome, yeah.
I know you were watching it. You watched like the whole thing. I caught some of it, but I wasn't really too invested.
Bama could not hit a 3 in the first half.
Oh, wow,
that was
really?
kind of their problem.
Yeah. Wow.
But, yeah, that was a good one. And then Sunday we had another ranked team going down. Wichita State takes down 14
We did watch that
Memphis.
one. I remember us watching that one. That one was entertaining.
Caught the end of that one. They win 84-79.
Yeah.
And American Athletic Conference.
Yeah.
And then Big East, there's a ranked matchup between number 9 St. John's and 24 Creighton. And it was the Red Storm winning 79-73. Yep.
Those are some good college basketball games.
Really good
A lot of upsets I did not see coming.
Yeah.
So those are the basketball scores. And then also on Sunday, what else do we have? We had the NBA All-Star game, which we talked about last week a little bit.
Yeah.
I see here, Stu, you have a little breakdown of the, I guess, runtime of the whole process.
Blow up this picture. Okay. So here we go. The games, there were 3 games that we talked about in this tournament. The games lasted 12 minutes, 16 minutes, and 14 minutes.
That is crazy.
So there was only, what is that, 42 minutes
42
of basketball?
minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The intro was 30 minutes in comparison. And the ads were 80 minutes. So you're watching 30 minutes of 42 minutes of basketball.
Yeah.
30 minutes of intro and then 80 minutes of ads during it. And it was...
So what does that really tell you then? To me, I feel like that tells me that it's all just for the money now. Like it's all just entertainment. Yeah. Like it's like kind of entertainment plus basketball. Even though a lot of people are coming to watch basketball and watch what they're actually advertising.
I feel like basketball just wasn't the center.
Yeah, it was not.
Right. It wasn't the most important thing, which is super annoying.
Like
and they dragged it out so long.
Yeah, they did. We have here also in the little picture that Stu brought up, Mr. Beast's challenge was 5 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
The pregame talk was 10 minutes. So that right there, that's a fourth of the basketball playtime already. Music performance, 6 minutes. Inside the NBA tribute, 9 minutes. I guess that was kind of... that was cool because obviously inside the NBA, the TNT crew there, not going to be...
It just felt a little forced.
It did feel a little forced.
I feel like that's something you did at the end of the year, not the middle, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I have down here, I had like the total points from last year's All-Star game was 397, and then this year it was 216.
Why is that?
Like total points in the
tournament. I don't know, why is that?
Because they played for longer. They played like an actual game last year, which I think is more fun.
Yeah.
And when you play for longer, you kind of get hot and start making the deep threes. But
with all these breaks, they couldn't catch a rhythm, I guess.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah. Like we said, I mean, I just feel like it's all for just money now. It's just a cash grab plus basketball on the side. I guess that's just today's industry. It's just everything's for the money.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. What happened to the All-Star game that we used to know and love?
I loved the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
I do want to ask though, how did you feel about like the tournament style kind of thing? Like the 3 teams?
I didn't really like it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I felt... And they put in the Rising Stars team, which was really forced.
Yeah.
Like, why are they out there playing against Curry and Harden and Durant? Like this.
Yeah, all the OGs. They were calling them the OGs, the OG team. They were just toying with the rooks and with the second years. It was funny. It was funny to watch.
It was. I was like, just let them like pick teams at the start like they did.
Yeah.
But they dragged that out too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. I liked the captain when they like would select remember when LeBron and KD were on the screen selecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really liked that, but I don't know about this tournament thing. Maybe it'll only be for a few years, and then people will be like, we don't really like this.
Or they'll do what the NHL is doing with the Four Nations.
That would be really
Yeah.
cool. I would actually really enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be sick. You should pitch that.
I should.
You should pitch that to the NBA.
I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're definitely not the only one. Okay. Yeah, so that was just a little bit about the All-Star game. It was whatever, I guess. Like we said, a lot of ads, a lot of random filler. What about Tuesday? What do we got Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday we had college basketball games. In the SEC, Texas A&M and Mississippi State played each other. And then, I think, A&M won that one. No,
Yeah.
Mississippi State won that one, sorry.
Oh, really?
Mississippi State did win that one.
Oh, dang.
They get a big one in Starkville.
Yeah.
And then it was Purdue and Michigan State winning at home. So, big win for them. And then BYU beat Kansas 91-57.
34-point
They
margin.
beat them by 34 points.
What's going on with Kansas?
And Kansas is still ranked.
They're still ranked, even
Yeah.
after that game?
I think, yeah. I was looking at it today. They're still ranked.
What's
but
going on with Kansas?
I'm sure they'll fall out of the rankings. Dude, I don't know. They have a good roster. They have really good
What's
players.
going on, Mr. Basketball, college basketball expert? What do you think's
They
wrong
have,
with Kansas?
Dude, they have DeJuan Harris. They have Dickinson.
Is
they
it,
have
you think some of it's
Zeke
coaching?
Mayo.
You think
I don't
it's
think
coaching?
so. Bill Self is always a really good coach.
Then I wonder why
I don't
they're
know.
struggling so much right
I can't say I watched that game, so
now. Yeah.
I won't make something up. But
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know.
I always used to remember Kansas being like
I
top
know.
5 powerhouse.
And they
every year.
have the talent that they normally have
Yeah.
too. I just don't know.
Interesting.
No.
All right, what about Wednesday? What do we have Wednesday?
Oh, high scoring game. This is not an NBA score, folks. This is college basketball. Alabama loses on the road to Missouri,
Wow.
110-98
That's an NBA score.
in regulation.
That's
no
literally an
overtime.
NBA score.
Um,
That sounds like zero defense
yeah.
being played.
The Duke transfer Mark Mitchell leads Missouri with 31.
Holy crap.
Yeah, on the other side, Mark Sears had 35.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so the
2
NBA
stars.
kind of.
Yeah.
But if you don't know about Missouri, you gotta know this name, Caleb Grill. If you don't know this
I didn't
name,
know that name. I'll
he'll be
honest.
in the tournament this year. He'll be like the Jack Golke or the Doug
Yeah,
Gator. Like,
okay.
I think it'll be.
You think
this
it'll be
guy.
him?
I know he's SEC and not like a mid-major, but
Yeah.
I think Caleb Grill. He's the best shooter in the SEC by far. I think.
Really? What year is he?
Well, Kobe Bryant is up there too, but I don't know.
Interesting.
But he's very good. He had 25.
You think he'll go to the NBA? Does he look?
I
Does
don't know.
he look NBA?
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Does
I
he
mean,
look like NBA
he's
talent?
got pretty good height.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
I guess we should keep an eye
But
on
in
him
the
in the next few
tournament,
years.
Missouri is a team to keep your eye on.
Yeah.
I think they have Elite Eight potential.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
do.
hot take by Stu right there,
I do.
ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
That's a very hot take.
Yep.
I guess we'll have to look out for Missouri. Let's see
I
if
guess we
your
will.
prediction
Yeah.
comes true.
Hey, I'll hold to it.
Yeah. On another sense, we had the first. This was still on Wednesday, by the way. The first NBA game returning from the All-Star
Mhm.
break. It was just one. It was Hornets beating the Lakers
Oh,
on the
really?
road, 100-97. That's a shocker. Hornets are not very good this
Mhm.
year. They're in another, I guess, rebuild year. For Charlotte, Miles Bridges had 29 and 6, and then LaMelo had 27, 5 and 6. And then the other side for the Lakers, LeBron had a near triple double, 26, 7 and 11, and then Luka contributing with 14, 11 and 8. So still not the scoring from Luka that we've been expecting.
No.
I guess he's still trying to fit into his role.
Yeah.
He's only averaged, I think, 15 or 16 since being with the Lakers.
Also coming back from injury.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I would assume that's part of it. But
Because usually you're used to Luka dropping 30 a night, 35
Mhm.
a night. So I guess I'm hoping to see him get back to that, but I guess we'll see. And then moving on, Thursday. Stu, what do we got for Thursday?
yeah,
I see a lot of
Thursday,
exclamation points here.
yes. Spring training started, obviously.
Yeah.
Cubs and the Dodgers played. Very exciting times to be a baseball fan.
Yeah.
I love spring training. It's
Yeah.
so like laid back.
Yeah.
And then full slate of games kind of
Yeah.
from Friday on. So
That's cool.
if you ever just want a good time, just watch some spring training.
That's on what? MLB Network?
MLB
Or where is
Network, MLB TV, pretty much anywhere.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, guys, go tune into
And
spring
then
training.
the one thing I want to talk about was the ABS system.
Okay.
It's the new thing they're
Yeah, go
debuting.
ahead.
It's like a ball strike auto robot caller, so they can
Cool.
like challenge. The pitcher can challenge or the batter can challenge. Whether it's
The
ball
batter
strike.
can challenge. That's interesting.
Mhm.
So I was watching some of the spring training, and there's still a human ump. So what is?
Yeah, there
does
is.
he get the calls from the robo
Yeah,
ump,
no.
or how does that work?
It's only on a challenge is when they go to the ABS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
So they challenge it, and it's kind of like the tennis. If you've ever watched tennis, they have like the picture that shows like if the ball is like
Yeah.
in or out.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with the baseball and the strike zone.
So it's just way more accurate. Like
Right.
it's like the
It's
most
very
accurate
Yeah.
strike zone you can get.
Right.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So
Do you
that's
think that
something
they'll
to keep an eye on.
eventually get rid of like human umps and just replace it with?
I don't think so. I don't think
Really?
they should. I think the challenges will be good because
Yeah.
they're quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to take a while. They're not like a judgment. Like this is.
Yeah.
It's black and white. Whereas like I feel like NFL is like gray area.
Yeah.
Very
Hmm.
much so. But it's interesting because some of the managers are like telling their players not to challenge
Really?
because it's not going to be implemented this season. So they're like.
So they're just kind of testing it out, right?
Right, they're testing it out, and so they're telling their players like, if it's not going to be used in the regular season, I don't want you to get used to it, which is kind of an interesting take.
Yeah. That is interesting.
I knew Terry Francona from the Reds is one
Yeah.
to do it. I know there's a couple others, but I don't know.
Very
it's
interesting.
Yeah, my guess is it gets implemented next season
Next season.
for the regular season, but
So they're just testing it for during spring training.
right, spring training,
Okay.
and then I think minor leagues, they've tried it a little bit too. So.
I feel like to me it would be hard to get rid of human umps because I feel like they're also a big part of
Yeah.
like what baseball is.
Right.
Like because when you think of baseball, you obviously think of like home runs, stuff like that. The players obviously batting, but then you also think of like the umpire standing behind home plate making the calls like like
And like
everyone's like
throwing
all the
people
umps are
out.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ejecting them, all that.
agree.
Like that's just a big part of baseball. I feel like that's part of the culture of baseball.
It is.
So I feel like it would be really hard to get rid of that.
And I also had this thought, really quick, for NFL with the challenge system, I think they should do, I don't know, 3 minutes, for example, on challenges. And if the 3-minute timer goes up, the call just stands. The play stands.
Oh,
make it quicker.
like it gives the refs a time limit to like
so
review
you
the
can
call.
you can challenge anything,
Okay, interesting.
but you only it's a 3-minute or 4-minute. It doesn't matter how many
Yeah,
minutes timer. But once the timer goes out, the play just stands, and
I like
they
that.
keep going.
Yeah, I like that.
And they would lose.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I don't know how they'd lose the challenge or not, but the timer goes off. But I think
That's
that
interesting.
might be something to.
That's interesting. Because sometimes those calls,
Dude,
those reviews take 5 to 10 minutes even sometimes.
the annoying part of it is a lot of them are very obvious.
yeah,
to
what,
fans.
What are the refs
So,
looking at when
I
they're
know.
looking in the little screens? Like, what are they reviewing? Like,
I get
what,
they want to make sure, but like in the regular season, doesn't it really matter that much? I don't. Think
Yeah,
So. In the playoffs, take as long as you want.
Yeah.
Right. That's
I understand that.
Anyways,
Very interesting.
I was tangent, but I just want to.
No, yeah, that's definitely valid for what we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's definitely an interesting take. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like how you thought of that. That's cool. So yeah, that was Thursday, you said, for spring training.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a few NBA games here as well. The Suns played at the Spurs. They ended up losing 109 to 120. The Spurs were without Wemby. Wemby going out with a season-ending injury. Yeah. Quick little tangent. I don't know. You can see up there on our bed, on my bed actually, Wet Nanner.
Oh,
We call him Victor Wet Nanner.
What banana?
That's our third roommate Pataki's
One
stuffed banana.
Yeah.
He's our honorary fourth roommate. But every time we see him, we call him Wet Nanner. But back to what I was actually talking about before Stu interrupted me.
I wasn't gonna talk about it. I was just pointing to.
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Keep
Yeah. Wemby going out with a season-ending injury. The official classification of the injury was a deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. I don't know what that really means. It's
It
some
was
sort
a
of blood clot.
clot. Yeah.
That's a killer. You hate to see Wemby go. He's one of the future faces of the league.
Can I say it? It's not a killer.
You don't think it's a killer?
No.
You really don't think it's a killer?
No. I think it helps them more than.
You think it
hurts.
helps the Spurs?
Oh yeah, dude. You do worse. You get a better pick for next year, and you kind of go all in on next year.
Okay.
It's. I think it's similar to the Holmgren situation when he got hurt.
Yeah.
It kind of helped them when it hurt them, but
Yeah.
I'll show.
I mean, the only reason I said killer is because he's like their star player.
I know,
so
and you love watching him play.
Yeah.
I do too.
I guess we'll see how. I mean, they're already like I think 9 games under 500, so they're probably going to continue to drop. But I guess we'll see. Some quick stats for that: Royce O'Neal for Phoenix had 27, 6 and 3. KD had 22, 5 and 2. And then for the Spurs, De'Aaron Fox, their new acquisition, He had 26, 9, and 7, so near triple-double. And then Keldon Johnson had 15, 4, and 2 off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Fox on the Spurs?
I really like
You
Fox.
really like Fox on the Spurs?
I really like Darren Fox. I've liked him since college.
Yeah.
His speed is just awesome to watch. He had a play in that game where, like, Durant's coming for a closeout, and he just, like, kind of fakes and just sprints by him.
Yeah.
Like, his speed is game-changing.
Yeah, Fox he's super fun to watch. I think, like you said, with Wemby being out, it's really not a killer.
I hate that for Fox, though.
Yeah.
Not having him, but...
Yeah. I think it'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. Like you said, next season they'll come back and they'll be fine. Another NBA score really quick. I had to put this in here even though it hurt me. Celtics were at the Sixers. They ended up beating them by 20, 124 to 104. For Boston, Pritchard off the bench had 28 and 4. Jaylen Brown had 26 and 6, and then Tatum had a triple-double with 15, 11, and 10. And then for Philly, Paul George had 17, 2, and 2. Maxey had 16, 5, and 7, and Embiid had 15, 3, and 4. So that kind of just sums up Philly's big
that's
three.
A rough.
What is that? What am I looking at with
17,
those stats?
16, and 15. Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
For a big three that's getting paid almost $1 billion combined, you expect more than 17, 16, 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then adding on to that, the Sixers are now 15 games under 500. That's an absolute disgrace. And then adding on to that, they must lose the next 3 games. They have to lose the next 3 games.
They do have to? Okay.
To retain their top 6 first-round pick.
Yeah.
Or that then goes to the Thunder. And with the way Philly's season is looking, they're going to need a good draft pick to help boost their roster because whatever they're doing now is not cutting it. It's sad because the Sixers had championship hopes this season, and that just got riddled with injury. And so now it's, I guess, at least as a fan, it's time to rebuild. Just throw away the season. I'd say hang it up for Embiid.
Yeah.
Let him rest. Let him get his surgery. Let him recover. Let Maxey continue to do his thing. Let him keep improving and developing. Paul George, I don't even know with Paul George. He's getting paid $200 million to drop 12 points a game. It's like actually like so sad. But I guess we'll see for next season.
He's like Tobias Harris now.
Yeah, when they got rid of Jimmy, that was like probably one of the saddest moments of my life because Jimmy was playing Jimmy Butler, he said he loved playing in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Like Philly was one of the best places that he played. And then giving him up for freaking Tobias Harris? And then Jimmy going on like a revenge tour with where did he get traded to? Where was he? Where did he go after that?
The Wolves?
Was it the Wolves?
I forget.
No, it wasn't the Wolves. Did he come from the...
He's been so many different places.
Where did he go after Philly? Was
he
a free agent?
Was it not Miami?
It might have been Miami.
I don't know.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that was sad. And then Tobias Harris ended up doing nothing in the playoffs for us for 4 years. So, anyways, that's my little tangent on the Sixers. I'm a depressed Sixer fan. We can move on now to some upcoming games. Stu,
yep,
want to take us away?
I've got 3 games on ESPN this weekend. Ranked matchups.
Mm-hmm.
6 Tennessee taking on number 7 A&M.
That'll be a good one.
12 o'clock. In the Big 12. Number 8 Iowa State taking on number 5 Houston at 2 o'clock. So right after. And then at 6 o'clock later that night, Kentucky visits Alabama in Tuscaloosa. So 17 versus 4. Should be a good one.
Those are 3 really good games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like all day too. So you can just keep going from one to the other. And then also on Saturday, quick NBA game, Lakers at Nuggets, 8:30 on ABC. And then Sunday, we got an action-packed NBA day. It's an
4
ESPN quadruple header. It's on all day. First game is Knicks at Celtics at 1. That'll be a great game. Mavs at Warriors at 3:30. That'll be a pretty good game. And then you got Grizzlies at Cavs, another great game.
Yeah.
And then to end it, you got Thunder at Timberwolves, another great game.
Yeah.
So those are 4 great games. Tune in all day Sunday.
Yeah, just like 1 to 12.
Yep, 1 to 1. Yeah, literally 1 p.m. to 12 a.m. There will be games on. So make sure you tune in anytime on Sunday.
ESPN.
ESPN. And then what about Monday?
Yeah, Monday I've got another ranked matchup. Number 5 Houston taking on number 9 Texas Tech, 9 o'clock on ESPN. So
yeah,
that'll be a good one.
Another good game.
Texas Tech beat them last time, so see what happens this time.
Yeah, and then I also have a quick NBA game. Timberwolves at Thunder. That's at 8 on NBA TV. So the Thunder were at the Timberwolves on Sunday. They're gonna flip around and go home, and the Timberwolves will play them there. So that's all we got for the rundown. Now we have a fun little sports topic, or at least I do.
Okay.
That I'm gonna get some of Stu's opinions on. It is NBA related.
Okay.
So Stu,
Yes.
obviously coming out of the All-Star break, you got 35 games left. I just want to get your take on what you think one goal is for every NBA team going forward. Like
Okay.
what do you think? Like what expectations? What one thing do you think that they should focus on for the rest of the season?
Okay.
And going into next season, I guess too.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna read all the teams. We can go one by one. You can give me what you think.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right. So first is the Lakers.
The Lakers. Okay.
What do you think?
I think it's reload for next year.
Reload for next year.
I don't think this is probably going to be the year. I don't think they have a well-rounded roster, obviously, with the Luka trade.
Yeah.
I think it's a team that's going to do really well next year. Anything this year, I wouldn't put any expectations on it. Maybe they do really well. Maybe they do really bad.
Yeah. Give me like your ceiling for them this year.
Ceiling would be, man. I mean, if Luka gets hot, I mean, this is a team that could go to the Western Conference semifinals, maybe.
Okay. So you have them losing
probably
the
not
semis.
the finals, probably the semis.
Okay. Interesting.
I would say that's probably their ceiling, just because they have Luka who did it last year, and then
What about for their floor?
For their floor, I mean, they could probably lose in the play-in. The floor, I don't know, but I don't know anything they do.
You think they'll drop into the play-in? There's no way, right? What are they now? Like the 5 or 6
I
seed?
honestly don't know. Oh,
Whatever. It doesn't matter. I think they're like the 5 seed right now.
I don't have the standings pulled up, so I don't really know.
It's fine. All right. So yeah, that was for the Lakers. That's an interesting take. And then we'll flip over to another Cali team. What about the Warriors?
The Warriors. Okay.
Warriors are like very mid this year. They're like they've
know.
remained at 500 like the whole year. You can pull up the standings really quick if you want.
Let me pull up the standings just to make sure I'm not
Yeah.
making up random stuff. I don't think Jimmy Butler makes them a championship contender immediately. I think it'll take a little bit. Let's see. They're in 10th place, one game above 500. Okay.
So they're literally on the cusp of being out of the play-in right now. They're the last spot in the
They are
play-in.
a very dangerous play-in team.
Really?
If they win and they take on the Thunder, the Nuggets, or the Grizzlies, I mean, this is a team, especially I feel like the Grizzlies and the Thunder, that they could make a run at.
That's interesting.
Now, do they go to the Western Conference Finals? No. They're not going to the Western Conference Finals.
I agree with that.
Like, no, they're not. But do they sneak in a playoff series win? Maybe. I don't know.
You think they could upset the Nuggets, Thunder, or Grizzlies?
Not the Nuggets.
Not the Nuggets? What about the Thunder?
Thunder just have really good size. That's the only
Yeah.
problem. That's why I hesitate. I think Grizzlies, definitely. But
What do you think? Actually, we'll get to that later.
Yeah,
but
Thunder
anyways.
have such good size.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
Defending champs, Boston Celtics.
Okay, Boston Celtics. Yeah, I think it would be disappointing in the East if they didn't make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I think it would just be disappointing for them if they didn't make the finals again.
Really?
I think that would be a lost season.
Wow. Why do you say that?
The East is terrible. I mean, let's just say it how it is.
Yeah,
I mean, the
that's
East
true.
is never.
I mean, look at the 6th seed right now, the Pistons.
Yeah.
29 and 26.
If the Pistons are making the playoffs,
then you know something's chalked with the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, something's going on. Yeah. The Cavs, they're obviously better than the Cavs. That's obvious.
Yeah.
If they're hitting the three, then
but yet the
they're
Cavs are ahead of the Celtics. But the Celtics are the better team.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Standings to me don't really matter.
I mean,
it's just all about who's
true.
good.
Yeah.
I don't think matchups really matter either. Yeah.
Very interesting.
If the Celtics don't make the finals, man.
Lost season?
Yeah, lost season.
Okay. What about the Knicks?
The Knicks. This is. They're like. They could be either the second best team or the third best team.
They're currently at the 3 seed.
I would put them probably ahead of the Cavs.
So if you were to flip around the standings right now, you
would go
would
Celtics,
Knicks,
Cavs.
Okay.
To me.
Interesting.
Yeah. I really liked them getting Mikal Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they gave up too much to get him, but I think he was really
What about
good.
the Cat acquisition too?
Oh, I mean, I got a steal with that one.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to give up too much.
Yeah.
I felt
they
like...
They gave up DiVincenzo.
Yeah, DiVincenzo.
Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Cat, I mean, yeah, I'd
That's
do
like
that
such
too.
a steal.
They don't have Hartenstein anymore.
That's sad.
My
But
favorite
Hartenstein's
player, but-
he's thriving on the Thunder.
On the
he's
Thunder,
doing,
yeah,
he's doing
that's
well
what I
on the
say.
Thunder.
Thunder have good size. Holmgren and Hartenstein.
So what do you
But-
think the ceiling is for the Knicks?
Oh, the ceiling is the Eastern Conference Finals, losing to the Celtics. That's their
I can see
ceiling.
that. Yeah.
Their floor is they're a team that could definitely get upset.
Mm-hmm.
Them and the Cavs to me are just not like super strong. I do think they're stronger than the Cavs though.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that would be my take.
Interesting. All right. Next, we got the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
Obviously, with the Luka trade that just happened.
Wait, is Anthony Davis ever gonna play again?
That's the question.
I saw
That
he
dude's
was-
always injured.
I saw he's out like 2 more weeks. Yeah,
course-
this
of
is
course
a
he is.
team
Nothing
that's not gonna do anything. They're gonna lose probably in the first or second round.
They're
They're
currently
sitting at the 8,
Yeah.
so they're in play-in team right now. They're probably gonna win the play-in.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The Timberwolves and the Mavericks are the 7 and 8, and they were in the conference final game
Yeah.
last year. That's very interesting. But
The West is strong this year.
if they play in the play-in, if everything stands still, which it obviously won't,
Yeah.
but that'll be an interesting matchup. Clippers. How are the Clippers 7 games over 500? How is that?
We will get to
possible?
them in a short while. There are a few.
They're
there are a
probably
few
the team.
teams down.
They're probably the team I know the least about. I feel like
Yeah.
they have Harden and
Kawhi.
is Kawhi even playing? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's
Oh,
playing.
He is.
No, he's
Okay.
playing.
That makes more sense. But
What about we were just talking about them earlier, the Spurs.
Spurs, yeah. Try to lose games. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No Wemby. Like even
Yeah.
if they had a Wemby, I feel like
I'd say
they
for the
kinda
Spurs.
did it last year, but
I'd say for the
don't win.
Spurs, I think just continue building chemistry with Fox.
yeah.
Like, because obviously he's a new acquisition, so you got to get him acquainted
And-
to.
To Castle,
Yeah.
Vassell, Keldon Johnson,
Yeah.
kind of the young core. Even Harrison Barnes, an older guy. But
Yeah. I mean, CP3. Do you think he's gonna
Oh, I
retire?
forgot about
Do you think
him.
he'll retire next season,
I
and then
don't
maybe De'Aaron Fox? Well, is De'Aaron Fox playing the 1?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I guess Chris Paul's coming off the
He
bench.
kind of comes off the bench, and he's been playing with him a little
Yeah.
bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he'll probably stick it out another year. I would assume. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Next we got the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, yeah. This is a team, to me, that should be in the Western Conference Finals. I feel like they're a team that probably should have won it last
Yeah,
year.
I
I
agree.
feel like they should have won, but
Yeah.
they obviously didn't.
Yeah.
And
What happened last year? They were eliminated when that would be.
they lost to the. Did they lose to the Timberwolves, right? Or
Was it
I
the
think it was someone
Timberwolves?
else.
It might have been the Timberwolves. They were the second round, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
So,
disappointing.
yeah.
Last
So
year, at
they
least.
they got to be in the conference finals. For
Yeah.
me. I think they're the strongest team in the West, probably.
Yeah.
And then the Thunder second, and then it's kind of open from there.
Yeah.
Grizzlies, I mean, they've been playing well.
I just don't. I've
But
never
I just
seen the Grizzlies as a
don't-
threat. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. If
Are they a
can
fraudulent 3 seed?
I
guess
mean,
we'll
they
find
made the
out.
Western Conference one year against
Yeah.
the Warriors and did not stand a chance.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Grizzlies might be a fraudulent 3 seed, but I
Yeah.
guess we'll see.
But I mean, no one else in the West is like outstanding. Right
Yeah.
now, so.
You know what's really surprising?
Just
The
record-wise.
Rockets at 4.
Yeah.
They-
haven't
they
talked about
kinda-
them yet.
They kind of shot out of nowhere, but yeah, we'll get to them. Next is the Cavs, which you were kind of mentioning earlier.
Yeah. I really like Darius Garland.
Yeah.
Obviously from my area.
Yeah.
A Vandy guy, anchor down.
Mhm.
I just don't know if they're as good as the Knicks.
Really?
I just think the Knicks I think the Knicks are better, but I guess we'll
That's
see.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Even with Donovan Mitchell, you don't think they're going to...
We went Donovan Mitchell, yeah. I really thought Donovan Mitchell was gonna go to the Knicks.
Really?
Just yeah. I really thought he was gonna go.
I mean, obviously now the Knicks don't need him.
yeah.
The
no.
Knicks got... They have... I mean, the Knicks really... Going back to the Knicks, they have all the pieces.
I really like Anunoby a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player.
They got Anunoby, they got Precious Achua.
They do. He's been playing well.
Miles McBride has been playing great.
That's right. Yeah. I really like him. He has a lot of effort on
Yeah,
defense, which
he
I
does.
appreciate.
Yeah. They also have Landry Shamet, who's been coming off the bench. He's been hitting some threes. They've just got like a bunch of pieces that just like to contribute.
Mhm.
Like they'll come out, they'll give you 6 to 10 points. a night.
Campaign. He's on. that team.
Campaign is also on that team.
Yeah.
Like they got a great bench,
Yeah.
great starting 5. They're set up, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
They're definitely
That would be a
scary
really
team.
good matchup. I really want to see. I mean, the Celtics and whoever they play as the fourth best team.
Yeah.
And I really want the Cavs and the Knicks to play. That would be such a good series.
That definitely
to decide kind of
that's
who
a
plays
possibility.
the Celtics.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening in the playoffs. So I guess we'll find out.
That would just mean the Celtics would have to catch the Cavs in the standings.
I mean, they're
for
only
the one
what
seed.
5 games, 4.5.
5.5.
5.5 games back. I mean, there's still a ton of season left. I could see the Celtics taking over the 1 seed.
What do you think about the Pacers and the Bucks at the 4 and 5? What do you think about those two
I
teams?
think that'll be a great matchup.
Who do you think is like better between those teams? Is it the Bucks with Dame Lillard and Giannis?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, obviously the Bucks look
Yeah.
better on paper.
On paper, yeah,
But
I know.
I don't know. The Pacers are such a surprising team to me.
Yeah.
They're currently at the 4 seed, which is actually crazy. 8 games above 500, which, like we said, the East is not very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the 4 seed in the East gets you, what is that, 8 games over 500?
Yeah.
But yeah, the Pacers, I think it's just the Pacers' chemistry. Like, the way they play together. Like, you got Miles Turner, you got...
Ben Shepherd, Belmont legend.
Yeah, Ben Shepherd, I guess. Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. I like Tyrese Halliburton a lot.
Siakam. He was a great,
I
great addition
I like
for that
Siakam
team.
even more. I like him a lot. Yeah.
Pacers, I don't think Pacers are... I mean, we're going to talk about the Pacers a little bit later. But I don't think Pacers are going to really go anywhere. They might make it past... I don't know if
They're
I've
not
seen
doing
them.
as well as they did last year.
Yeah, their Eastern Conference Finals run last year was...
That was a lot of fun, but
Yeah.
they had no chance against the Celtics.
Yeah, no. Nobody had a chance against the Celtics.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to our list.
Yeah.
Next is the Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets. Okay.
At the bottom...
They're currently 14 and 40.
Yeah, 14th in the East.
I mean, to me, just go out and try to win as many games as possible, you know, at this point.
Yeah.
I hate for them that the Connect trade didn't work.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get a lot of draft capital and
Yeah.
obviously another really good young player.
Yeah.
They're a team that has never really competed for anything. So
It's sad being
yeah.
a Hornets fan.
as a Titans fan, I can kind of relate, but we also made the conference
Yeah,
championship.
you guys had a few good
recently.
years a few years ago.
And we also have Derek. We had Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
and they don't have anyone. So.
I mean, the only bright spot for the Hornets is LaMelo Ball.
Oh, that's right.
Like
Yeah,
he's
LaMelo.
so fun to watch.
He is,
He's a highlight reel every time he steps
is.
on the court.
Is he better than Lonzo?
Yeah. Oh, for
Okay.
sure. I mean, Lonzo was injured for like 2 years, and
Yeah.
he's just now coming back on the court for the Bulls.
Is he playing now?
Yeah,
Lonzo
Lonzo is playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's playing currently, but how long until he gets injured? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. So next we have the Phoenix Suns,
Phoenix Suns.
which I think they're one of the most
interesting.
disappointing teams.
They
I think they're one of the
are.
most disappointing teams
They
of the
are.
whole NBA this season.
Over
they're-
the past 5 years,
Yeah.
they've had such good teams.
Yeah.
Aiton, they had
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Devin
they've
Booker's
had,
been solid for a while.
I mean, obviously D-Book and KD, and now Brad Beal. And
Yeah.
They just had stars kind of rotating,
Mhm.
cycling through, and
Yeah.
just cannot find a way to win with them. 3 games under 500.
Yeah, right
with,
now 11 seed.
with
that's
Beal, KD, and D-Book, like
That's like that's
And
one of the
they-
big threes of the NBA, and they are
they
currently
had Nurkic for a good while.
Yeah.
He's in Charlotte now, but
Yeah.
I feel
What do you think their
high
ceiling
pieces.
for this year is?
Barely
playing team.
getting pummeled by the Nuggets.
So you don't think if they sneak in through the plan they can do
No.
anything?
No, I don't think they're like the Warriors.
Yeah.
To me,
Interesting.
but hey, I could be wrong.
Yeah, Suns definitely disappointing. Every time I look at the Western Conference Finals or Western Conference, I just see the Suns
I
down
know.
at 11.
Hey,
and I'm
they
like,
have good jerseys though, so
they do have cool jerseys,
I'll give them that.
and Phoenix is a cool city,
It is a cool
but
city.
their team is not doing very cool this year, and that's sad. But it's fine.
Last 10 games, they're 2-8. So
Yeah, it sounds like Sixers numbers, which we'll get to very soon. Bucks.
Bucks. We kind of talked about the Bucks a little bit.
Yeah. Giannis and Dame on
trading
paper.
Middleton was kind of weird for Kuzma.
Hey, Kuzma's been kind of balling for them.
But
He's been contributing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe it'll work out. Hopefully.
Yeah, they're currently at the 5 seed, 6 games over 500.
I'm not a big Giannis fan, so I don't have very
Yeah.
much to say about the Bucks.
What about Dame?
I like
You
Dame
like Dame?
a lot. Yeah. I liked him when he was in Portland.
Well, it was about time he got out of Portland.
Yeah.
Like he was wasting his
He
years
was
there.
Yeah.
And I think the Bucks were a good team for him to go to. I mean, he's
Oh,
never,
yeah, no, it was a
he's
good
never
fit.
been with another star. Like he's never really been
Right.
with another star. It's just been him on the Blazers and then a bunch of pieces. Well, I guess CJ McCollum kind of.
Yeah, but
He
he's
was like-
another guard though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess we'll see with the Bucks. They could maybe do some damage.
Yeah.
Maybe get past the first round, play the Pacers and win. But then, who would it be? Knicks? Who would it be? I guess it would be 4 or 5 plays the winner of
The one.
it would play one.
They
So
played the Cavs. And
Cavs
the
as of
Celtics.
right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the Bucks could beat the Cavs. You think the Bucks could beat the Cavs?
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel
That'd
like
be a good
Bucks.
matchup,
I feel
though.
like Bucks are sneaky. I don't
They
know.
could.
I guess a lot of this is just like I guess we'll just have to find out when we
Yeah.
get to the
It's
playoffs.
kind of speculation until we get.
Yeah, this is
closer.
all just pure opinion by
Yeah.
us. This is not any statistics or anything. But I don't know. Bucks have always been kind of dangerous in the playoffs, but I guess
You want to give me like 2 or 3 more teams?
Yeah. Trying to look for some other teams. What about the Timberwolves?
Timberwolves. That's a very interesting team.
Yeah.
A team that obviously trades Cat for Gobert.
Yeah.
Trades Cat so that they only have Gobert. So I should say.
Yeah.
I think Irving's a good. Julius Randle's a good piece.
Yeah.
Julius
Irving.
I think he's a good piece, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I like Ant a lot. I think it's a team that, I mean, you saw what they did last year, but
Yeah.
see if they can replicate it.
Yeah.
Naz Reid is obviously the greatest player of all time, so
Hey, don't sleep on Naz Reid, the GOAT. Actually, though, Naz Reid is actually really fun to watch.
He is
Like,
very
I've
good.
watched a few Timberwolves games this season. He's actually a very good piece.
Yeah, he's a very good shooter too.
Yes, he is.
All right, one more.
Yeah, I'll give you one more. Let's end with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Philadelphia 76ers.
They've been
Yeah.
on headlines a lot just
Yeah.
for their recent struggles and injury struggles.
Yeah, so here's what you do. If you're the 76ers, you're obviously going to sit Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give him his surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just going to let him sit
Yep.
for like another year.
Like he doesn't play it all next year?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, and then we're going to trade Maxey.
What? All right.
And then
No,
we're-
no,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no. Yeah, that's where I don't agree with you.
I'm kidding.
I was agreeing with you up until trade Maxey.
Yeah, you got Maxey, you got McCain, find a wing. Justin Edwards been playing pretty well. Ricky Council's also up there too.
Hey,
for a wing. 3D.
Also, new acquisition. We got
Quentin
Lonnie
Grimes,
Walker and
Lonnie Walker.
and Quentin Grimes.
So all
Quentin
those
Grimes has
guys
been playing
can
well.
kind of play the 2 or 3, and then who's their power forward? Oh, Yabusele.
We love Gershon.
You got
We
to
love
keep
Girthy
Yabusele.
Yabusele.
He's
Yeah.
a guy in the playoffs who can make some big shots. Obviously,
Yeah.
they're not going to be in the playoffs anytime soon. But...
We also have Kelly Oubre starting the 4.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Kelly.
I like Kelly Oubre a
He's
lot.
another wing piece.
Great hustler.
And then centers other than Embiid. Who
We
you
got Drummond.
Drummond. Okay,
We got Drummond and we
so
got Adem Bona.
That's not going to work.
We also got Adem Bona, who's actually a great
Bona.
hustler. I love the way he hustles.
So he's a good hustler, but he's maybe not a great player. But at least he hustles, right? Yeah, you're gonna
Dang,
need
you're
another
just taking
big.
shots at Adem Bona. Yeah, we've never
Hey,
had.
he's young, so maybe he'll figure it out.
I'm trying to think back through the years. We've never had a solid center to back up
Center,
Embiid.
yeah.
Which you think that we would because Embiid gets injured so often that you want like a good center backup.
I know, that's what I was wondering. Like, what did you do when Embiid and Drummond were both out?
We played small ball, and Yabusele played center. Like I'm not even joking. It was
Or we could
Yabusele.
trade for the ultimate small ball piece, PJ Tucker,
We already had
and
PJ
put him
Tucker.
at the 5.
We had PJ Tucker a
Of
few
course you
years
did.
ago with Harden when Harden was there,
Of course you did.
and it didn't work.
Yeah, of course
and
it didn't. It never does. It's just like every team, I feel like, tries it. Like Houston tried it, Milwaukee tried it
They did.
with PJ Tucker, and it just doesn't.
Why is PJ Tucker always part of
I
the
don't
small
know.
ball
I
lineup?
don't-
Like he hustles, but that's it. He gives you
Dude.
3 to 6 points a night. He always shoots the corner 3.
And
That's
he
all.
gets out rebounded.
He
by,
stands
like,
in the
5
corner.
rebounds.
He stands in the corner. He shoots 2 threes a night and misses both of them, or makes one of them. Sad times as a Sixers fan.
But yeah, hey, there's always
Next year, I guess.
3 years from now.
There's always 2 years when.
Yeah, I was gonna say next year, and I was like, no, that's still gonna be bad. And I was again like 2 years, no, still bad. Hey, there's always 3 years from now. So there you go.
I hate hearing that. Thanks, Stu. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So that was a few of our takes on.
That was the NBA rundown.
Yeah, the
for you.
NBA rundown on the rest of the season. Just a few teams.
Heading into the second half.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us this week.
Yep.
We hope you enjoy this one.
Yep.
Give us continue to leave comments. Any recommendations for anything we can talk about. We
Yep.
always love hearing from you guys.
Yep.
Make sure to tune in next week. We're probably gonna have another guest on.
Yep.
We're still deciding on
One
who
more
that's going to
guest
be.
next week, and they'll be off for spring break.
Yep, spring break coming up, so we will be taking
Yeah.
a 1 week hiatus, and then we will be back in whatever,
Back in
3-4
action.
weeks.
Yeah.
Again, thank you guys. We love doing this.
Yeah.
We love just hanging out and having
A
a
lot
good
of
time.
fun. Yeah.
And we will see you guys next week.
Yep.
Bye.